This meeting is being recorded.
Kindly mute your mics when you come on board. Kindly mute your mics when you join the session. Thank you once again for joining this session. Right now, we have about 21 persons on this call, and it is so beautiful to have you all join us this evening. Thank you for coming on board. I'll be sharing my screen briefly so that we get to know what we are here for. We'll try not to take too much of your time. And as much as we are trying not to take too much of your time, we are also going to ensure that we make the best use of the time you're going to be spending on this call. Just for the sake of checks, I would like to know if Mr. Ifeanyi Godson, who is our guest speaker this evening, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm here, bro.
All right, beautiful. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. All right, we are moving straight into it so we don't waste too much of your time. I'll be sharing my screen briefly. Beautiful, beautiful. I love the reactions I'm seeing. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Can anyone see my screen briefly? Can anyone see my screen?
We can see your screen, sir.
All right, thank you.
Beautiful, we can see your
screen. Very much. All right, that's good. Thank you. All right, let's go straight into the slide. I'm very sure most of us on this call already know why we are here, but for the sake of the recording we are having, I also want to still introduce what is happening right now and why we are having this session. A good number of us on this call this evening already knows that the end result of everybody who joined this call this evening is to be able to relocate from Nigeria seamlessly. And I'm going to use the word again, seamlessly. The end result of everyone on this call this evening is to ensure that you are able to relocate from Nigeria seamlessly, be it for study, for work, or what have you. Just a minute, I want to make some things clear before we continue with our presentation. Please, this presentation is being recorded. I would want everyone who is joining this meeting this evening to please keep their mics muted. Not for any reason should you unmute your mic. If not, the meeting will automatically kick you out, and I won't want a situation like that. We have about 25 people on this call this evening. We have about 25 participants on this call this evening, and we're expecting a whole lot more of people to join us, a whole lot more people to still join us. So let's go back straight to my screen. Let's go back to the screen. All right, so this webinar is titled Relocation Made Easy. Relocation Made Easy by myself, John Uduma, and our guest speaker, Mr. Ifeanyi Godson, all the way from China. It's beautiful to have everyone on this call this evening. Let's go straight into it. This particular webinar is going to expose you to how Nigerians are relocating for global education without IELTS, fat tuition, or big bank statements, and why this hidden part might be the only real way left in 2025. If you can still see my screen, please indicate. What to expect from this webinar? You will discover the safest, easiest, and most affordable way to relocate abroad without IELTS, having up to 10 million naira bank statements, or paying tuition fee upfront. What are you expecting from this webinar? You expect to discover the safest, easiest, and most affordable way to relocate abroad without IELTS, 10 million naira, or in fact bank statements, either 10 million naira or above, or even paying your tuition fee upfront. We are going to be exposing you to how a lot of Nigerians are taking advantage of this right now. The beauty of this is the fact that everyone on this call this evening, is lucky to be one of the first people to discover this particular thing we are going to be exposing you to. Everyone on this call this evening is one of the first people to discover this particular information that we are going to be exposing to you this evening. If you're excited about that, please, can I get your reactions? I just want to see your reactions. I want to see your chat. I just want to see you do something. Beautiful, beautiful. I think I can see the reactions coming in. Great. Great, thank you so much. All right, let's go back straight to the presentation. Now, we know what you are scared of. The truth of the matter is that we know what you are scared of. One of the major things you are scared of is you have Googled migration agents online. You have taken out your time, you have gone online to search for people who can help you relocate out of Nigeria easily. But while you are doing this, you're actually still scared of scammers. A lot of Nigerians are falling victims to the hands of scammers because they feel they can't just do this by themselves. I need this person to help me out. Without this person, I'm not sure I'll be able to achieve my dreams of relocating out of Nigeria. Another reason why you are scared is because you have dreamt of the UK and Canada or the US, but having up to 10 million naira or even more shuts you down. In most cases, your mind is, I want to go to the UK, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to Australia, I want to go to the US, but I don't have the money because these countries are very expensive. In fact, most of these countries, they come up with a whole lot of big requirements for you to be able to move from Nigeria to their countries. The truth of the matter is that these countries know Nigerians, in most cases, are looking for a way to get to that country. They are looking for a way to get to these countries. So when you have a lot of Nigerians who are going through the stress to apply for Canada alone, you see the backlog begins to increase. And for this reason, it becomes difficult. It's either they're increasing their fee. Just last week, the living expenses for most of these big countries, the A-list countries, increased from what it used to be. Canada used to be about 20,000 Canadian dollars. Right now, it has increased to over 22,000. Now, another of your biggest fear is the fact that you know you or your child deserves a better future, but you can't risk the wrong step. So either you or your child, you know you deserve a better future outside Nigeria, or you are scared of risking the wrong step. So we are here this evening to show you what it is you can do to also break out from this fear. We have done this for a lot of people, and we are ready to do this for you. Now, the question is, who am I and why should you trust me? My name is John Uduma, as many of you already know on this call. I have helped over 1,000 Nigerians successfully relocate abroad for the past 10 years. I own a registered travel agency here in Nigeria and in Benin Republic, and I also have all the legal qualifications to help you relocate. Now, the question is, why wouldn't you want to work with someone like us? I'm going to be exposing you to something you would do. Even if you choose not to work with us, you can try it out and see if it doesn't work. Do that as a trial on your own part. These are reasons why we can stand as authorities in this business, in this field, to guide you accordingly. Let's move on to see some testimonials. This is Madam Folake, who reached out to us in 2021 and said she wanted to move to Canada. If you can zoom your screen, you will see where she reached out and said she has gotten her visa. We helped her and she was able to achieve this. This is this particular guy. Let me get his name. This particular guy is Goswill. Goswill reached out to us also and said he wanted to study in the UK. We helped him out, start the process from the beginning till he was able to move. This man also reached out and said he was interested in the UK. We also helped him out, and these are all the visas that came out. This is Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi then said he wanted to go for work, and we helped him out to get a job opportunity in Bahrain. This was when he arrived at Addis Ababa airport, and he sent us proofs to show that he has traveled. Now, the question is, we have a lot of myths around this travel. What are myths? Myths are the ideas that you hear out there, something you are not so sure of. You just feel these things are existing, but you don't know how they came about. You don't know how true it is. One of those myths is you must pay a minimum of 5 million naira tuition upfront. Yes, it is true, but it depends on how. It depends on who exactly is applying and how that person is applying. So we are here to break all those myths. Another one is you need IELTS or TOEFL before you can be able to apply to leave Nigeria. All of those things are informations you hear, but the question is, how true are these informations? How true are these information? Now, another big myth that we see out there is only Canada or UK or the US gives global access. This is one of those big information we hear out there. And in fact, that is one of the things that makes Nigerians feel, if not Canada, if not US, if not UK, there is no other better place. If not Canada, if not US, if not UK, there is no better place. We are going to break this down for you in this session. All these are mere myths. We are ready to break them for you. Now we are going straight to the point. How exactly are we willing to help you? We are going to be exposing you to one route through which people have been able to relocate easily. Now, they are not just relocating out of Nigeria to this particular place. They get there, and from there, they easily move to different parts of the world. Now, they go there on a very slim budget. When I say a slim budget, I mean the minimal budget, as low as possible, and they are able to successfully get to that place. I want to leave it still as a secret, but we are going to be exposing this to you very soon. I just want to play a video for us briefly. I'll be playing a video for us briefly. Let me quickly share my screen to play that video. Before that comes up, can somebody just mute his or mic to let me know if you can still hear me clearly? Anybody, please?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, beautiful.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly, just a minute. I just want to expose us to a video. I want to know whoever it is that is able to let me know what particular place I'm going to be showing you. Just a minute, please. All right, due to the network, I think we might just have to proceed with our presentation pending when the network comes up. I'll continue with the slide, and hopefully the presentation, the video would permit us to play subsequently. Let me quickly share my screen and then continue with my slides, pending when the video gets to play. Now, I wanted to expose us to a video and then ask a question to know who knows who that place is. That was basically why I did this. But while I'm working on that, I'll briefly want to introduce our guest speaker on this call this evening. He's going to briefly introduce himself, tell us a bit about himself, then I try to fix the video. The guest speaker we have on this call this evening is no other person but Mr. Ifeanyi Godson. Mr. Ifeanyi, are you on the call? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, bro.
All right, beautiful. I think there's a noise in your background. Is it a fan or something?
No. Maybe it's from us. But you can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, we can. We can hear you clearly.
Okay.
All right. Please kindly introduce yourself briefly. Tell us who you are while I try to fix the video. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Ifeanyi.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Ifeanyi.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
Good evening,
Please, I want to be sure that you can hear me loud, clear.
We can.
Okay?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, my name is Mr. Ifeanyi Godson, and by election of grace, I am a seasoned travel consultant. And we've been in this business for years, and God has helped us to make the dream of us to do with abroad relocation. And I believe that you being here today, you are privileged, because they say that knowledge is power and information is key. Because I tell people that the first thing you need when you want to travel is not your international passport. Because with your international passport and without the proper orientation, information, and knowledge, you can comfortably walk into slavery, into another man's land. Hello.
Hi.
Go ahead. We're hearing you very clearly.
Good.
We can hear you, sir.
And you know that many people have had experience of scams when it comes to traveling. And I do tell people that one reason why people fall victim to scams is nothing but ignorance. Because nobody can scam you in your area of knowledge. So I tell people that first thing you need when you want to travel is proper information and orientation. That is the number one thing. And that is why we have deemed it fit and necessary to bring this, this program to you. So I want to tell you congratulations in advance, because today you are hearing it firsthand from the experts. Now, we want to focus on study routes when it comes to relocation, because here our target are the youths. In Nigeria, they tell us that the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. But you and I know that the leaders that has been here has refused to go. So one of the scams that they've told us in this country is that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And we are in a country where if you don't plan for yourself, nobody is going to plan for you, not even the government. And we have, from our experience in this field, we have come to identify some challenges that Nigerians, especially the young people, have when it comes to relocation, and that is finance. Desire without ability is not enough. When you have the desire, you need the ability and the capacity to energize your desire. And I want to tell you one truth here. Traveling is expensive, is a fact. Anybody telling you that traveling is cheap, the person may not be telling you the truth. So the challenge we normally have with some of our clients is fund. I want to go to Canada to read. I want to go to US. I want to go to UK. But when the school fees comes, you see the person being, discouraged, because we know how the country is today. So that's why we go in things order for people, so that at the end of the day, finance will not be a kind of hindrance or an obstacle towards your dream. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we're together, sir.
Yes, we are
All
with
right.
you.
Now, one thing is that when you ask Nigerians, where do you want to travel to further your education, the first thing that comes to their mind, one of the countries they mention is, they will mention countries like UK, they mention countries like Canada, they mention countries like Europe or US. But the truth and the fact is that those countries are not cheap. Now, if you are going for UK studies now, for an undergraduate, you should be budgeting tuition of between 16,000 to 18,000 pounds. Now, you should be ready for a deposit of between 3,000, 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, depending on the school and the location and the city. Now, with the current exchange rate of 2,200 for pounds, 1 GDP to Naira, you should be talking about 8.9 million for deposit. Now, the total tuition, you should be talking about, for the total tuition, you should be talking about 22, 25, 30 million. And we know that it's not everybody that can afford that. All right? Now, the same thing applicable to Canada. Canada is not cheap either, because you should be talking about 22,000 Canadian dollars. That should be giving you about 18 million in tuition. Now, this is outside the proof of fund and other things there, because without your proof of fund, you are not going to, your visa application wouldn't put through. So, and for UK, you should be talking about when you add when you add the tuition fee and the living expenses, you should be talking about 50-something million, 50 to 55 million in terms of proof of fund. And based on that, you are going to go through all these guys that fund POF, and you will pay hugely for the interest. The same thing applicable to Canada. But here, we want to present you an opportunity that will take off all those stress for you. Because our aim is to make sure that nothing stands in a gap as an obstacle between you and your dream. So that's what we are going to do shortly. Now, please, I want to pause here because Mr. J just informed me that the video is ready. So let's just play the video for a few minutes. Then I will come back and give you the details. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ifeanyi, for that wonderful introduction. I'm very sure most of us on this call are very happy to be here right now. We have about 38 people on this call. In fact, we were above 40 and now back to 38, especially because of the network issues I'm sure most people are facing. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now with another device. I think it's the device I'm using because I'm trying to do it on 2 different devices. It's giving me this glitch. So let me share my screen with another of my device, and then I'll be able to show you the video briefly and we'll proceed. Now, this particular video, I just want to use it to ask a question. That is why I am doing this. I want to ask a question, and that question would help us to achieve our goals, right? So let us go straight to the video. All right, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, we
Now,
are together.
I'm sure you can see my screen right now, even though it might not be too clear, but can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
How beautiful is this place you are seeing?
Yes, we can.
Very beautiful.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Very beautiful. All right, we are going to watch this video for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll see how beautiful the whole environment is. Just keep looking at it. I think this place is Ibadan. I think I'm seeing somewhere like Mokola Ibadan Challenge. Or is this Oshodi? For those of us in Nigeria, does this look like Oshodi?
It's Agege.
Agege, you're right. This is Agege Motor Road. You can see Ikeja in front. But this is beautiful. Look at the skyscraper.
It's giving Abuja.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Now, how would you feel if you were walking through the street of this place? Imagine you doing business in this place. Imagine you meeting with people in this place. Imagine you moving from here to the airport. Imagine you doing a lot of things in this place. Look at how beautiful this country looks. I just need somebody in the next, let's watch this video for the next 10 minutes. Yes, let me give you just the grace to watch it for 10 minutes. Just watch it for 10 minutes and then I'll ask my question. All right? Let's all watch it together for the next 10 minutes. Beautiful, so beautiful. Nigeria is working. Nigerian governments, they are working. This is so beautiful.
Nigerian government.
You said Nigerian government, K. You don't have faith in your country?
Very for long.
Beautiful. See how beautiful this place looks. Now, before I stop sharing and go straight into the business of tonight, I just want one person. I can see Sandra Eze. Sandra Eze, your mic is unmuted. If you can hear me, please, can you respond? Sandra
Yes,
Eze,
I can
please.
hear you.
Beautiful. What country do you think this is? Randomly.
China. China.
China. Sandra Eze says China. I think she has traveled to China before. Maybe because we have been mentioning China. I'm not going to agree to her. I want somebody else. Somebody else. Thank you so much, Sandra. Somebody else, please. Chidebere Uzoichi says this is China. Wow, is China that beautiful? How about? I still don't want to agree. Please, I want somebody else. Somebody else. I want somebody else.
I would know this is Shanghai.
This man has traveled very well. So China is this beautiful. Wow.
It's
Please,
China.
Everybody is saying China. Wow. So China is beautiful. I didn't know China was this beautiful. Oh.
This is definitely an Asia continent with all the inscription on the road. But I'm not
This
sure which
is
country
either
particularly.
Shanghai, Seoul, or Tokyo.
Oh,
But this is
wow.
Dubai.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
for
Somebody
never
said
been past
Dubai.
Nigeria.
Wow, beautiful. Me, I still want to believe that this is Oshodi, Lagos. So personally, I want to believe it's Oshodi, Lagos. But not to waste too
But
much
this
of
is
our
Dubai.
time. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Please, can we mute our mics for now so that we can proceed? I don't want to waste too much of our time. Thank you so much for those responses. The truth is, this is China. This video we are watching right now is China. And the reason why I decided to show you this video is just to break that notion most Nigerians have about this country. Before we continue with our presentation, I want to give you a sneak peek to the huge benefit that comes with you being in this country. Now, this is how it works. As a Nigerian from Nigeria, you are trying to relocate and your dream country is Canada. I'm going to start again. As a Nigerian from Nigeria, you know, there are Nigerians who are not in Nigeria. So as a Nigerian from Nigeria and based in Nigeria, you are trying to relocate and your dream country is Canada. You have applied once, they bounced you. You applied twice, agents scammed you. You applied 3 times by yourself, you didn't have enough money because they had increased their price. You tried and tried again. You even went to church to pray, you gave tithe, you gave offering, and nothing still happened. While your friend who left Nigeria and said, I want to just go to China, I'm going to China just to go and study, nothing more. Just for vacation, 1 month vacation, he takes his study visa from China, walks into the Canadian embassy in the same China, applies to move from China just to the same Canada you have been dreaming of, and in less than a month, his visa gets approved, he has traveled. Now the question now becomes, is it that they are following me from my village in Nigeria, or what is really happening? This is simply logical. The number of people in Nigeria who look for a way to leave Nigeria on a daily basis is increasing every day. And whether you like it or not, the embassy knows this. The country knows this. The question is there war in Nigeria? Why is it that we have a lot of people applying to come to our country from this place? So for that reason, what they do is simple. They limit the amount of applications they approve. So when you leave Nigeria, I have traveled to different parts of the world and I have experienced what I am telling you firsthand. When you leave Nigeria and try to apply to this same country from outside Nigeria, you see it is faster. And guess what? That naira you are looking for, trying to convert the naira to euros, to pounds, to dollars, to Canadian dollars, right? When you leave Nigeria and you go to somewhere like China and begin to earn from there, you find out that you are making even more. You will see reasons why you have to even stay back without wanting to even go to other places. Even if you have to go to other places, you just go there for visitation and come back. I'm still leaving the video playing there so you will see how beautiful the country looks. There is nobody on earth who will see you snap a picture in a place like this and won't agree that you are abroad. Whether you tell them you're in China or you're in Niger, there is no way they would not agree to the fact that you have left the country. And the truth is, most Nigerians who want to leave, the first thing in their mind is, I want to go to a place that when I snap, my friends will believe I have left the country. So you are literally doing this because you want to please somebody else and not yourself, forgetting the fact that there are a lot of bigger opportunities in different parts of the world. The world is big. The world is massive. See, the truth of the matter is the fact that as consultants, if you insist in China or in Canada rather, we can make even more. But right now, we are not even looking at the profit we are making. We are looking at giving you a solution. The route we are going to be exposing you to this evening is something or is a route most Nigerians don't know about. And you know, before it gets saturated, it's better you take advantage of it. Because once it gets saturated, it becomes very difficult for you to be able to take advantage of it. Let me quickly stop sharing my screen and then we move back into the business of tonight. If you enjoyed what we just watched, please unmute your mic and let me know you enjoyed it. If you know you enjoyed what we just watched, unmute your mic and just let me know whether you enjoyed it or not.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm sure most of you started imagining yourselves moving around that street, imagining yourself doing businesses around there. That can become your reality if you follow what we are going to be showing you this evening. Before I call Mr. Ifeanyi back on board, I want to guide you on some few things. Now, the question is, why is Mr. Ifeanyi on this call? Mr. Ifeanyi is one of our top consultants based in China. Mr. Ifeanyi knows basically every information you think you need to know about this country called China. He has been there for nothing less than 10 years, and I can beat my chest to say to the fact that he is the right person to work with. We carefully select the people we work with in J Smart Ventures International. We are very careful about the people we choose to work with because we have a reputation to protect, we have an image to cover, we have a business to build, and we have people to help legitimately. So we ensure that whatever it is we are putting out there, it's something we can vouch for even when we are sleeping. So having him on board this evening is to ensure that whatever questions you have firsthand about China, I have the answers, but it is good we are getting it firsthand also from somebody who is based there. I decided to come back to Nigeria last year, November. The reason is because I want to be closer to my clients. Most of my audience are actually here in Nigeria. Somebody asked me a question one time. I'm going to answer that question on this call. I don't know if the person is on this call, but I'm answering that question in case the person is not here, but has somebody that can still relate to this same question. You say you can help us relocate. Why are you in Nigeria? Imagine if I was outside Nigeria and I claim I can help you relocate. I start the process and it doesn't work as expected. Where would you see me to drag me? We are not praying for such experiences, but it is easier for us to relate when you can see me, when you can access me. Our office is in Abuja. I'm here in Abuja right now, and we can always have meetings, one-on-one meetings. To travel is not my problem. I can travel to anywhere I want to travel whenever I want to. But can my clients have that confidence in me when I am not close to them? So that is why we have people in different parts of the world where it is we can vouch for, where we can boast of. Now let us continue with our slides. Before I call back Mr. Ifeanyi up, can you see my screen? Can anyone still see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, if you can see my screen, just read out what you can see on the screen.
How to gain admission.
How to gain admission into Chinese university by yourself. The full details.
Beautiful. A simple guide for Nigerians who want to relocate without stress. You are going to ask me a question, and that question is, why do you want to teach us this thing if you say this is your business? Because our goal is to help you, not just because we are after your money. We want to guide you accordingly. Somebody is drawing on my screen. Please, can you stop drawing on my screen? There is somebody who is drawing on the screen right now. Can you please stop drawing on the screen? It's affecting, I think you are trying to scroll or something. It's affecting the presentation. All right, let's move on to the next slide. The first step to achieving your dream of studying in China is for you to choose the program and the school. How do you go about this? Number one, decide your study level, whether undergraduate, master's, or PhD. Now, I know most of you would have questions. If you have any questions at all, jot it down. We are going to get to a point where you'll be able to ask questions. I would advise you don't be in a hurry. The information we are going to be sharing with you this evening is something that when you decide, you can take screenshot of your screen and all to save it for future purpose. If you decide to go through this yourself, you will definitely get the results. So I would advise you are not in a hurry. Watch this to the end. Even if you don't need it, stay and watch it to the end. You will get some information that will be useful for you. Now, the next is for you to choose a course that fits your background and your future goals. Most of us, we want to go and study abroad. We studied English education in Nigeria, and we are looking for how to study medicine in Canada. Does it relate in any way? So you need to learn how to do what? Choose courses that fit to your background and your future goal. Even if your desire is to study medicine, look for a way to get into a field that is closer so that upon arrival, you can easily switch and still reach your goals. Now, use trusted platforms. In China, one of the major platforms they use to search for opportunities or universities out there, both cheap schools, affordable schools, is CUCAS.cn, and they also have ChinaAdmissions.com. You can also make use of the university website. You can go online and check for these universities, right? Let's proceed. Now, step 2, understand the requirements. Understand the requirements. Sorry, can we still see my screen? Can we still see my screen, please?
Yes.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. Now, understand the major requirements. Most universities will ask for these few things: your academic transcript and certificates for those going for their masters, your international passport, which is your data page, recommendation letters for postgraduate programs, personal statement for study plan, medical exam form. Then it is optional proof of studies in English, which is called English proficiency letter. It is optional depending on the school, but most schools do not ask you for IELTS. Now, if you are going for your first degree, you also know you need to have your O level, which is your WAEC, basically your WAEC. Some schools will accept NECO also. Now, let us proceed. Step 3, apply online. This is the next step. You can create an account on any of these platforms, the university website, or platform like CUCAS or China Admissions, where you can now begin to do what? Apply after you have collected your documents. Now, once you have collected those documents and you started your application, the next step is for you to upload your documents. So by uploading your document, it means I am giving these documents now to the institution to verify. Now, immediately after that, the next is for you to pay your application fee, which is about $50 to $150, right? Now, submit and await response. By the time you have done all of this and you've submitted it, you begin to do what? Wait for the school to respond to you. These are the basic steps you can take for you to start your application. Now, don't just take my word for it. All of these things you are seeing here sounds very smooth and easy. It is something anybody can do from anywhere. But definitely there are some technicalities attached to it here and there. We will still guide you through most of those things. But let us proceed to the next step. Step 4, apply for scholarships. It is optional, but it is a very smart move. Now, this would help you out. I'm going to give you something, an information that most people don't really know out there. It's supposed to be a business secret, but I'm going to release it to you because I love you and I care about you. Let me release that information to you. You see, with China, for instance, China is at the verge of competing with countries like the US, the A-list countries. If you follow the political news out there, you find out that China is every day at loggerheads with the US, trying to ensure that they are beating them to the technology, they are beating them to development and a whole lot of things. And now what China is doing is it is embracing a lot of immigrants right now. Those people who have been looking for a way to go to the US, they have opened their borders now as they come in, especially Nigerians. If you follow the Nigerian news closely, you find out that Nigeria is creating a lot of alliance with China. Most of the big roads you see happening in Nigeria here, it is the Chinese companies that are coming to do it and all. Now, forget the media and the negative sides of it. We in the business understand most of these things better. Now, as a Nigerian, when you're applying to China and you choose to go through scholarships, using some of these platforms that are listed here, I won't mention everything out, but you can see it on the screen, you can screenshot it if you have to. The chances of you getting the scholarship is actually high, especially if you have a good result. Let us move on. Now look at some of the testimonials we still have. I told you earlier that we have been into this business for the past 10 years. This is Bugatti. This was the admission letter she got. This is Jessica Karim. He's now in the UK. And I can't remember the name of this last person. This was the application we did since 2021. And we have been doing this for so long. So we have the proof. Now, after you have applied for all of these things, the next step you are going to be receiving is your admission letter and a JW202 form. Now, the JW202 form, for those of us who are familiar with the UK, is similar to CAS. That is your CAS. And for those who are familiar with Canada, it is similar to what? Your LOA, your letter of acceptance. Now, once you have received this, your official, if you have been accepted, you will get your official admission letter and the JW202 form for your visa application. This confirms your admission and allows you to apply for a student visa to China. Let's proceed. Now, the next step is for you to apply for your Chinese study visa. This is one of the smoothest routes for you to access China. Remember the benefits. Mr. Ifeanyi will be coming up very soon now to still expose us to some more of these benefits before we begin to answer questions briefly, and then we call it a wrap. Now, to apply for your Chinese visa, you have to fill an online visa form through this link that I'm showing on your screen right now. Book an appointment at the Chinese embassy, which is here in Abuja. Submit your passport, your admission letter, your JW202 form, your medical form, and your visa fee. Now, the last step is for you to prepare for your departure. Book your flight once visa is approved, confirm dormitory or off-campus housing, check if your school offers airport pickup, pack essentials and your documents safely, and you are free to travel. Now, there is a big question most of you have at the back of your mind. All of these things you are saying, have we helped people achieve this before? I know you are asking that question. For the 44 people who are on this call this evening, your mind is telling you that these people just blabbing. Have you done this before? Have you seen the result before? This is the answer to your question. Look at some of the visas from China. These are visas. You can see how the visas look, right? Now look at some of the people who are already in China. Mr. Ifeanyi, are you on the call?
I'm here.
All right, beautiful.
I'm here.
I want you to give us a few names of these people who are on the call. I don't want to be the one calling it myself, so it doesn't seem as if I'm just trying to cook up something. Please give us a few names of these people who we are seeing right now.
Yeah, we have well, we have so many of them, but I'll just mention their name randomly. If you can see here, we have Ruth here. Deborah is here. Ruth is doing nursing in Schengen Medical University on scholarship. Yes, we have Deborah here. Deborah is doing med lab in Zanju University on scholarship. We have Catherine. Catherine is here too. You know, Catherine is doing infotech, information technology on scholarship. You know, now we have Chile is here. Follow Igbo sister. Chile is here. Chile is doing nursing too, you know, on scholarship. So there are many of them. We just want to mention just few of them. There are many of them, bro.
All right, beautiful. Thank you so very much. Let us proceed straight to what options you have right now. Before we go straight into the options, I want to just give room for Mr. Ifeanyi to come on board and answer a minimum of 5 questions before we go straight to the options you have. Mr. Ifeanyi, please, just 5 questions. If you have a question, Ibukun Fanoiki, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, sir.
All right. Please, if you have a question, just indicate in the chat box. Ibukun, you will tell me who are indicating, and then we'll give them permission to unmute their mics. Is it that you indicate or you raise up your hands? Ibukun,
Right,
can you see the chat?
Yes, I can also type the question in the chat.
Sorry,
asking, can I work while I study?
Okay, one person said, can I work while I study? Mr. Ifeanyi, please, can you respond?
Yeah, I remember asking the same question.
All right.
Okay. Can you hear me right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Can I work while I study? That's if I didn't see that question, I will know that we are not dealing with Nigerians. That's just it. Because we know that the reasons and the essence of going abroad is not really the study itself, but it's just for greener pastures. And the answer to that question is yes. The answer to that question is yes. But however, I want to put something true. You know that as a student in any country you are studying, you are not expected to work full time. That's one thing you have to put at the back of your mind. You know, as a student, you are limited and you are restricted to some hours of work. You know, because one, your visa is study visa and you need to give attention to your study. Okay? But however, you can still work. You know, you can still work it out. So in China, there are so many things you can do as a student. Not that the government will give you employment, no. But on your own, there are some individual companies that can employ you. On your own also, you can also develop some things. Most of our students in China, they do home lesson and home teaching. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Well, with you.
Good. Most of them, they do home and they pay them well. In fact, I know of a girl that earns over 3 million in her home teaching. She's still a student, she's studying. So after studies, she has about 3 or 4 families that she attends to. You understand? And another thing about China is that China, their holidays are usually long. China do have like 2 months, 3 months, sometimes 4 months holiday. So during those holidays, you can work full time as a student there. Okay? So you can work while studying.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ifeanyi. So Nelson Ike is indicating that he has a question.
All right, please let him unmute his mic and ask his question. Nelson Ike, please unmute your mic before we go to the questions written. I think after Nelson unmutes his mic and asks his question, we will just briefly read out all the questions that are written and then answer them before we proceed. So Nelson, you'll be the only one unmuting your mic so you can proceed with your question, please.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Nelson.
All right. My name is Nelson Ike. I want to make this personal because this is what I've been looking for. I must tell you, this is what I've been looking for. I've always had my eyes on China, but I don't know who can help me. I don't even know how I came across this, and I'm grateful that I'm here. So my question is this. I am a solar power engineer.
Okay.
And I build solar power systems, you know. So that is what I do. I picked it up as a skill when Nigeria hit me where you get it. But recently, I have a professional diploma in business intelligence. I've been interested in business tech recently. I want to build a career in business intelligence. Can I have such an opportunity in China? How can I do it? Or would you advise me to move with the solar system that I'm already a professional at? Whichever way, can you help me? That is just my question.
Okay. Mr. Nelson Ike, you are welcome. Now, China is one country that is China is like a mall when it comes to opportunities, especially in the IT sector. You know, so what you do is this. Maybe after this program, you send us the qualifications you have. You know, we'll do a kind of assessment and we'll advise you on the course that will be best for you. So just take note of him. So after this, let him avail of your certificates and your degrees. We give you free consultation as long as you are part of this program today. We'll give you free consultation, we give you free assessments, and we'll advise you on the course or the program that will be best for you.
All right, thank you so much, Nelson. Ibukun, please, let's move on to the next questions in the chat.
All right. Someone is asking, how much on an average is the tuition fee in China?
Okay. I don't know what happened to JSmart, but can you hear me now, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Me?
Okay. See, you see, we are sorry we've not talked about the tuition because the tuition is where the gold mine is. That is where the bomb is. You understand? And it is just because of the tuition that we brought this opportunity to Nigerians. Honestly, in China here, the people that are making use of this advantage are people from East Africa, countries of Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and South Africa, and all the rest of them. Nigerians have not really tapped into the opportunities in China when it comes to tuition. You know, one thing about us is that our desires are high. We are looking at UK, we are looking at Canada, we are looking at Europe, we are looking at US. But the problem is that most of us don't have the financial resources to back that up. Now, I want to tell you, I want to advise you, a candid advice as a professional and somebody that wants to help as many people as possible. You see this China offer. This China offer is something that you can't think twice. Do you know why? One, China has one of the best tuition in terms of payment in globally for now. Two, China has one of the highest rates when it comes to visa approval and success rates. I know how many Canadian applications that we get refusals yearly. The same thing with UK and US. In fact, US will dismiss you within 3 minutes. US will rubbish your 6 months preparation within 3 minutes, and they don't care about it. But one thing about China is that if China is not going to give you visa, China will not take visa fee from you. Are you guys aware of that? Maybe most of you don't know that. Now, the tuition now for an average for UK now, if you multiply deposit of £4,000, I don't know if somebody, maybe if you have your phone, you can just do the calculation for me. If you have your phone, you can do the calculation for me, please. So 2,200 times 4,000. How much would that be in naira? Can somebody be fast in that?
That's 8,800,000 naira.
8.8 million. That is the tuition deposit you need to pay from Nigeria. Now, if you are talking about Canada, you should be talking about 7-point-something million. But do you know what? In China, with this 8 million, this 8 million will cover your tuition. This 8 million will cover your visa. This 8 million will cover your flight. Did you hear that?
Wow.
No. Maybe somebody did not get that. What I'm saying is this: the deposit you pay, the deposit alone you pay for UK and Canada will take care of all the processes in China. We got admission. We have about 8 students that will be leaving for September intake. Their visas, about 4 of them, their visas are ready now. The other ones, we're expecting the visas any moment from now. They'll be leaving.
Mr. Ifeanyi, sorry to just cut you abruptly here. I want you to also make them understand this. See, most of you don't really understand what we are trying to bring you into. This is why, if you notice, I've been mute. You see, when you are in the community and I'm posting things like this, you'll be surprised and you'll be like, are you sure China is the best option? Are you sure China is this, China is that? We deliberately have to show you what China looks like, number one, before telling you about all of these opportunities. Now, another thing you should be sure of is the fact that with your visa, right, when it comes to China, your visa assurance, in as much as travel consultants, we don't like giving 100% assurance for China, but for countries rather. But you see, with China, we can beat our chest to 98% assurance. Mr. Ifeanyi, am I right or wrong?
You are right, 100% right, bro.
Beautiful. Please, you can continue.
You know, I tell people that it's either you want to do something that you want to try. You know, if you want to try, if you work, fine. If it doesn't work, good. Or you want to do something that you are sure of. And you know that when you do UK, when you do Canada, when you do US, if your visa is refused, there are some amount of, in fact, almost 80% of the money you're not going to get it back because embassies are not ready to refund you that. But that doesn't happen in China. China, we can give you 99.9% assurance money. In fact, if you key into this opportunity now, go and prepare your bag. You are leaving this country. It's an assurance. This thing I told you, this I just said now, I can't say it in Canada, I can't say it in US, I can't say it in UK. But I know why I'm doing this. So when it comes to now the tuition generally, for a 4 years program, you can get an offer that can be within the range of 14,000 renminbi, or you call it Chinese yen. Now that is the scholarship. This 14,000, if you translate it to naira, they should give you about 2.8 million in Naira for 4 years program. Please listen very carefully. Now, what you are supposed to pay here, or what you're expected to pay here, is about 3,400 renminbi out of that 14,000. And that should give you about 750,000. Now, when you make that payment of 750,000 from the 2.8 million, now they will send you this JW202 form that you will now use for your visa. Now, once your visa is approved, which we are sure that your visa is guaranteed, once your visa is approved, when you go to China, what you will now pay is the balance of what is remaining from the 2.8. So they will deduct the 750 you've paid here from the 2.8. So what you're paying is 1 point something million in China. Tell me which other country that you can use 2 million and go to school. That's what we're talking about. Now, for that
even in
undergraduate,
Nigeria, you can.
Hello?
Wow.
I said even in Nigeria, you can.
Even in Nigeria, you can't.
That's it. Now, okay, now let me tell you another one. If it is for postgraduate masters, their masters is 2 years. Okay? If it is for masters, we can get you a school for 11,000 renminbi. That 11,000 renminbi is 2.4 million in Naira. And you know what? That 2.4 million, you will just pay a deposit of 750,000 or 650,000. Now, when you go to China, you pay the balance, and that is all you will pay throughout the program. You heard that, right?
Yes, Mr.
You know, it sounds too good to be real.
Honestly
but what
speaking,
we're telling you, you see, I told you how I wish I can share my screen. I would have just showed you something. Now,
you can share your screen. You have the permission to share your screen. You can.
Do you know what? This payment is inclusive of tuition, accommodation. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, just hold on. Let me show you something. Let me just good. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Forget what they wrote in China. There's an English translation to it. Now, look at this. This guy will be leaving. This guy is for September intake. You can see his name, right? Emmanuel Enoch Okun. Now, look at the course. Have you seen the course here? Software engineering. And the programs in China are taught in English. So no, don't allow anybody to deceive you with language. Is that clear? You can see it here. It is clearly written, taught in English. Now, this is a 4-year program. It's a BSc program. It runs from August, but they're resuming by September to July 2029. Now, look at it. What this guy needs to pay is 3,400 renminbi. This is Chinese yen. If you the current exchange rate now is 220. If you multiply this by 220, to give you about 750 in Naira. So what this guy needs to pay is only 750. Now, of course, he has done the payment, and his JW202 is around. Okay, now, can you see this one now?
Yes, we can. We can see it.
You know, whatever thing we are doing here is live and direct. We are showing you real facts. Now, watch here. You can see this is a 4-year program. Tuition fee for first year is how much here? This is 20,000 renminbi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can see the actual pay. The actual pay here is 14,000. Can you see it?
Yes, you can see it.
Good. Now, this 14,000, if you multiply this 14,000 with exchange rate now, it will give you 3 million or 2.9 million. This is what this guy will pay to go to China. Have you seen it? Now, second year, if you watch, there's no other payment here. There's no other payment here. This is for second year. There's actual payment, depends on the amount of waiver. Now, the amount of waiver here is, this is what this guy will pay for first year. Then the continuation of this scholarship will now be dependent on the academic performance of this guy. Because before, they used to do a kind of blanket scholarship for Nigerians. But what Nigerians do is that they will take the scholarship and most of them will not attend classes. Is that clear? So because of that, they attach a condition to it. They will give you the scholarship in the first year. Then the second year, the continuation of the scholarship will now be dependent on your academic performance. If you do well, they can give you the same 30%. If you do better, they can give you 50%. If you do extremely well, they can give you 100%. We have students that have moved from 30 to 50 to zero tuition now, as I speak with you. They're in China. Is that clear?
Yes, we are with you.
Good. So now look at it. Now, what again do you pay? Another thing, insurance of 800. You have physical examination of 445. You have resident fee of 400. If you calculate all this money will give you 265,000 in naira. This is the living expenses of 15 million of UK. In China, it is 200 and something thousand. This is the living expenses of 22,000 Canadian dollars. In China, it is 200 and something thousand. This is for undergraduates. Let me show you for postgraduates. Just 1 minute. Let me show you for postgraduate, for masters. Because when we say these things, people don't. Now, this is for masters. This admission is for masters. You see? So this is for a lady. She also be leaving for September intake. Just 1 minute. Okay, look at her name here. You can see good news, Amarachi Ibe. Now, she's doing an MBA in business administration. This lady has a BSc in microbiology. She has a BSc in microbiology. One thing about China is this. China is so flexible that your background cannot prevent you from getting admission in China. That's one thing about China. Your background cannot stop you from getting admission in China. This lady, she read microbiology, but she has admission to do business administration. So what they will do is they will now teach this masters in business administration is not like our own normal business administration. No, they will teach you the business aspect of that course you read. Is that clear? They will teach you the business aspect of that course you read. That is it. Now look at the tuition. It is a 2 years program. Now, tuition for first year. Hello, are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry,
Yes, sir.
sorry, Mr. Ifeanyi. Sorry to cut you, sir. Most of this information that we are sharing with them right now is very, very valid. But I don't want us to give them everything here. There are still some questions that are coming up. I want us to just pick 2 more questions. We move on to showing them what they have to do immediately. See, most of these things that we are saying, you will understand it practically. If you notice, time is going. If you want to spend all the time explaining these things to you, you might not really get it. The bottom line of it is the fact that people who see opportunities and grab it immediately are actually the ones who get the real deal. But you see, when you are still trying to understand 100% before you get involved, that by then time will be going. Like I said earlier, this thing is something that is coming new to Nigeria. Like Mr. Ifeanyi said on the call earlier, the Middle East, you see, people from the East Africa, from Kenya, from Uganda, from other countries have been taking advantage of all of these things. Do you understand? So it is good you see these opportunities and jump on it immediately. There are two questions that I want Mr. Ifeanyi to ask on this call before we now show you the options you have. Mr. Ifeanyi, please, these two questions basically. Number one, can they travel with their dependents? That is one of the questions that most people are asking. And then the second question I noted here is, aside from the dependents, I'm coming just a minute, are there any age limits attached to this application? So please let us hit those questions and see if you can still have time to answer a few more questions. Thank you.
Okay. Let me go straight to the point. Can I go with my dependents? The answer is capital yes. Okay. You can go with your dependent in China. In fact, one thing about if you're a man and you happen to get admission in China and you want to move with your wife, you can move with your wife, and your wife also will be added to your own visa. Your wife will be on your visa. If it is your husband will be in your visa. So if they give your wife 4 years, they will also give your husband 4 years. If they give your husband 4 years as a student, your wife will also have 4 years too. And another thing is that your wife can work, your wife can do business, your wife can do anything in China. But the issue is that if you are going with your family or your dependent, you may not stay in the school hostel. Please, very important. So which means you have to make arrangements for your own family apartment. It is done anywhere in the world, because there is no way you can take your family and live in the hostel with other students. So if you know that you have the ability, the financial ability to do that, fine, you can go with your dependents. So it's welcomed in China. I don't know if I've attempted the question.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ifeanyi. I think that answered that particular question. Now, a lot of people are even saying we should continue. I'm very sure most of this information are things that you are happy to get. It is beyond what we promised. It is way beyond what we promised. We have shown you how you can apply yourself. We have told you the benefits of applying yourself. We have shown you a whole lot of things about this particular opportunity in China, and more questions are coming in. I think the next question is if there are age limits. Mr. Ifeanyi, please, can you treat that particular question?
Yeah, there are age limits. Anywhere when it comes to studies, there are age limits anywhere. A man of 45 years cannot be looking for admission in year one. They will ask you where you there, where your mates they go school. You know? So that is it. For undergraduates, the age limit should be 25 down. 25 down. In fact, the younger you are, the better chances of getting nice scholarship. So for undergraduates, 25 years below is perfect. Now for postgraduate, at least 45 years down is also perfect. Not that you cannot go. Even if you are 60, you can go. If there are some programs you can do in China, but it may not be school as a regular program. There are language programs, there are special programs, diploma programs you can do. But if for study, maybe undergraduate regular or postgraduate regular, at least 25 below is fine for undergraduate and 45 below is fine for postgraduate.
Thank you so much for that beautiful question, or beautiful response rather. I also want to add to this particular point he made. If you get to China, let me give you a scenario. You are not a Nigerian and you fly into Nigeria. Your visa states that you are coming to Nigeria. Nigeria is a very big country. Probably where you are landing is Murtala Muhammed International Airport, right? You have landed in Lagos. Lagos is just one part of Nigeria. There are a lot of people in this same Nigeria who are not Nigerians and they don't have their papers and they are doing well in Nigeria. There are a lot of countries out there where you can go to, but you see, with China, we are giving you a pathway that would help you legally enter into the country, not illegally. Now, like you said earlier, even if you are 60, you might not be going there for a BSc, an MSc, or a PhD, but you are going there for a language course, knowing fully well that the main result is for you to go there to search for greener pastures. Because you legally entered into the country, you can do a whole lot more. You can decide to stay back and begin to renew your papers if you have to. That is just that's just a little peak of the iceberg, right? I'm just showing you just a little thing you can do upon arrival. So you see, the opportunities are endless. We have one more person who just raised up a hand. This will be the last question we would answer for tonight, and then we'll move on to the options you have. Queenie Akpan, quickly unmute your mic, ask your questions, we'll reply to it, and we move on. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, Mr. John Oduma. Good evening, sir, Mr. Ifeanyi Gosin. I really appreciate you both for this session. Can I be heard, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
I think, sorry, Queenie, are you listening to this with two devices? If you are, please unmute.
My question is...
Okay.
No, I'm having one device here.
All right, that's fine, because it's echoing. We can hear you, can go ahead.
Okay, please.
We can hear you. Hi, Queenie, are you there? All right, let's just give 2 minutes for Queenie to come back on board, and then we'll continue. Queenie, if you can hear us, your mic is muted. Please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, I was saying, my question is to Mr. Ifeanyi. So I was saying, sir, please, I really learned a lot from your session, but when you were taking the postgraduate program in China, your network was fluctuating. I couldn't really get it right, what you were saying. So, sir, please, can you do a quick recap on the postgraduate programs in China? Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you, Queenie. While you are responding to that, please, somebody asked a question concerning third class. I think he said if he can be able to get admission with his third class degree for MSc in China. After these two questions, I think we'll be able to further to proceed with our presentation for tonight. We would also want to inform you that this meeting is being recorded, and the recording will be shared with everyone on the travel community. So once the recording is ready, we will share it to everyone on the travel community. Is that clear? All right, Mr. Ifeanyi, please, let's proceed.
Okay. Queen, let me attend to you first. I said that there are so many undergraduate opportunities when it comes to China, and China has one of the cheapest and most affordable for now when it comes to postgraduate. So, like the one I shared with you, the girl that will be leaving that read microbiology, she got MBA in business administration. And I told you that the business administration is not that they will be teaching you buying and selling. No. What they will teach you is the business aspect of what you read. Because they gave you that admission based on your BSc, your first degree. So they know already that you are coming from the science background, but they will teach you the business aspect of that science course that you read. And the cost for that is about 2.5 million. That is all you will pay for the 2 years program.
Oh,
there is
wow.
no other place. There is no other place you can get that anywhere in the world. I can tell you that from experience. You can't. It's not possible. That's all you pay. And the visa is sure. The visa is guaranteed. So nobody is going to tell you, sorry, we just got the news that try again next year. No, it doesn't happen in China. And when you finish that program in China, you can move to most of those schools in China. They have a kind of student exchange program agreement or a kind of affiliation with many schools in Australia, Canada, UK, US. You can move from that school in China to that school in Australia or Canada. And your school in China will give you a kind of backup or recommendation letter to the embassy in Beijing or Shanghai there.
Wow.
You understand? So there is,
Yes,
in
sir.
fact, this thing is if I don't just keep this information to yourself, share this information to. We want to help as many people as possible with this opportunity, because nobody knows how long it's going to last. That's just the truth. You know, Nigerians, when Nigerians come to know about it, it will get saturated. But at least as we are hearing it firsthand, just take action so that you will be one of the first partakers, and make sure that you share this good news. It's a gospel. You share this gospel for others so that themselves will also be beneficiaries to it.
Is indeed a gospel. All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Ifeanyi. Thank you so very much for everyone who asked questions. We don't want to take so much time on questions. We have more information to pass across. I'm sure you have enjoyed what has been happening so far. Temitope is asking if 54-year-old person can study in China. Felicia asks if we can help with admission process and visa application. We are here for you. That is why we are doing what we are doing tonight. Now let's move back to our slide. Let's move back to our slides, and then if you have more questions, we are always available to respond to your questions. I'm sure you came to this call from our community. So when you go back to the community, you have our admins there who are readily available to respond to your questions. Now, the question now I'm asking you is, you have two options. What particular option would you be going for? What are these options you have? Number one, try it alone. You know, I've shown you everything you need to do. Now, the first option is, I am my boss, let me do it by myself. Reach the mistakes. We have made the mistakes. We know how to correct the mistakes. You want to waste money and your time, it is left to you. We have shown you everything you need to do. Or the second option is, let the experts who are good in this guide you step by step without trial and error. We know everything. You see the way we've been answering your questions. I decided to bring in the expert I work with, or we work with as a company. He is our partner based in China. I can post pictures of myself and him snapped together on several locations where I go to visit him, and we've done a lot of things together. He has come to Nigeria to visit me. I have gone to visit him also. So these are things that I am 101% sure of. So it is either you try it yourself or you let us help you out. Most people end up regretting what they didn't do right, and you don't have to regret it. The next thing now is, what exactly would you be getting if you decide to go for this offer using our assistance? Number one, you are going to be getting our complete relocation support. If you decide to allow us do this for you, you will get our complete relocation support, admission plus scholarship application. We will handle that for you. If qualify for a scholarship, we are going to get it for you as easy as possible, because we know the right schools, we know the right way to press the right button. Even when you are doing it by yourself, we know what to do that you don't know, even when you try it out yourself. So we are there to help you. Visa guidance and processing, 100%, we are there for you. In fact, we have connections directly with the embassy. And this is not me just over-promising. It is better we under-promise and over-deliver. But right now, I am open to tell you everything. For you to have stayed on this call till this time, I am willing to tell you everything. So we are also going to be giving you a pre-departure and post-arrival support. So before you leave, we are going to support you on all what you need to get yourself prepared. And upon arrival, the team in China will be there to welcome you and help you to settle in. We now also have a legal refund policy. I'm sure most of you are scared. If I pay these people to help us now, what happens to my money if nothing happens? If this happens, we have that. Even though we are sure that this will work, we still have that refund policy to ensure that your money is secured. Now, we also have our WhatsApp community, which I'm sure most of you are already involved in. We have a specialized WhatsApp group and expert community for those who take advantage of our offers. Now, we would also support you until you are settled in China. So this does not just mean after paying us, we leave you after you have traveled, go and do whatever you want to do. No, when you get there, we will still be there to hold your hands and guide you through the whole process. Is this not amazing? Is this not wonderful? This is what you are going to be benefiting if you choose to work with us on this particular package. Now, what makes this special? We don't just show you what to do. We do not just show you what to do. We do it with you. All the services are bundled into one seamless system. So you see, we are not coming to tell you tomorrow bring this one, next tomorrow bring that one. No, once we start the process with you, if we tell you pay this particular amount, this is what you're going to pay after the whole process, that is what we stick to. We don't tell you to pay twice. We don't tell you to pay 3 times along the line until we are done with the process before any other financial involvement comes in. Now, the financial involvement is not even cumbersome. We are going to be checking out what it is you are going to be looking at if you decide to work with us. Now, whether you are doing it yourself or you are working with us, just know it at the back of your mind that you are going to spend. Now, the question is, are you willing to spend more, trying it out yourself, or do you want to spend less and be sure of the results? Now, the real results is what you are going to give. We have shown you real people who has achieved this. I'm glad Mr. Ifeanyi shared the screen and also showed you that is our application portal. We don't do this on the norms. I don't know why Mr. Ifeanyi decided to even show us this thing. I feel like getting annoyed, but I'm happy that he did it because most of you on this call deserve to see this. Right? Let's proceed. Now, here's what the full value of what you are getting is. If, for instance, you say, let me just do this by myself, or probably I want to pay someone to help me do it specifically, right? Look at what it looks like. It might feel hyped, but this particular value I'm going to be showing you is the exact fee if you try doing this thing one after the other. Now, say you want to go for your admission processing on your own. I don't want to go through the stress of any agent and all. The value for this particular thing, this is an estimated value, converted to Naira is almost 2.5 million Naira. Now, visa support interview and preparation, this is not your visa application, no, just for you to pay somebody to prepare you and get you ready for the visa process. It can get up to 3 million Naira. Now, for scholarship assistance, some people collect as much as 5.5 million just for scholarship assistance. These are things I have proof to back up. If you want me to show you proof of all this I'm saying, I can show that to you. Now, post-arrival housing help. Now, you want an agent to help you get accommodation and all there. I don't want to do it by myself. Let me just pay somebody to help me with accommodation. I don't want somebody to cover everything for me. You can be spending up to 2 million for just accommodation. Now, one-on-one advisory call. The least you can pay for a consultation is about $150 for those who have tried it out before. $150 today is almost 300,000 Naira. We are not charging you anything for consultation because you joined this session. Now, community support access. I'm very sure most of you who joined our community, you didn't pay 1 Naira to join that community, and you are getting information this beautiful. This is real value, and we are not asking you to pay anything. Now, there are some communities that you have to pay up to 500,000 to join because they have the information. And most of this information we are sharing with you is similar to what they'll be sharing there also. Now, another thing that you might feel you want to pay for is to fast track your processing. Now, this can cost you up to 5.7 million. The total value for this, if you say you want to just do it on your own, is almost 19.5 million Naira. How many Nigerians with the economy of Nigeria right now have this money to throw around? How many people have this amount of money to waste just for a process that you can get easily? Now, the question is, what are we offering today? You are not going to be paying us 19.5 million. We don't need that from you. If you have 19.5 million Naira, that means you are ready to start your process to Canada, to UK, or wherever it is. And this 19.5 will not even be enough. This is just going to be giving you probably your initial deposit, not even your proof of funds. So we are not stressing you with this. In fact, the truth of the matter is the fact that we are not asking you to even pay 10 million. You are not paying us up to 10 million Naira. We don't need that much from you. Like we said from the beginning, we are here to just guide you. Right? We are not even asking you to pay 5 million Naira. That is the funny thing. We are not asking you to pay us 5 million to help you. We are not asking you for this huge amount of money. This is ridiculous. We are not ready to stress you on all of these things, right? Now, the funny thing is that we pegged this at 4 million Naira to help people out. The 4 million will cover your visa application, cover your flight itinerary suggestions, not even the booking fee yet, right? It will help you cover the admission processing, your accommodation and all. But there is still something we decided to do. We looked at it and we said 4 million Naira is something that Nigerians can easily spend. To buy a car in Nigeria right now is even way more than 4 million Naira. To get yourself an iPhone, you could close your eyes now and say, I want to throw a party. To throw a party, you'll be spending almost more than 4 million Naira. We said, no, the economy is still looking too high. Let us do something for people who are going to join this particular session this evening. And guess what we did? We dropped that price for people. So what we did was we created a special webinar bonus. We pegged the price for this whole process at 3.5 million for the first 5 people who decide to join this particular opportunity using our help. Now, guess what? You are not paying us the whole money. All you need to do is to just pay 2 million Naira. That is all. That 2 million Naira, we are going to use it to get your admission. We are going to use it to get you an accommodation, get you the visa, get you everything you need to get yourself to China. minus your flight. So the flight is something that the fee is fluctuating, depending on the airline. That's a different ballgame entirely. But if we want to help you with all of this, instead of you spending a whole lot, this is the only thing we are asking you to help, to bring. Now, we still considered and said, no, 2 million might be hard for people to say, let me just close eyes and deposit this. Because of the whole issue of Nigeria, I'm not sure if this is a scam, if this is true or not. Now, what we decided to do was to break down that initial deposit. So for anyone who decides to say, I'm going to take the opportunity between this night and tomorrow, the only thing you have to pay is just 1.5 million right now. You can write it down anywhere. With 1.5 million, we are going to start the process for you from start to finish until your visa is out before you balance up. Is that not wonderful? So we are giving you that opportunity right now, this night, to pay just 1.5 million naira, just 1.5 for tonight and tomorrow morning. This particular offer is not going to be open for so long. Now, guess what? If say you want to decide to wait a little longer, I don't want to pay 1.5 tonight. Let me just wait and see what will happen later. You could be waiting, and then while you are waiting, you find out that with 1.5 million to get a phone, before you know it, you have spent that money. While you are still waiting, you could have a house problem. 1.5 million you have used to rent house, and in fact, might not even be enough. Meanwhile, you can use this particular 1.5 million. I'm not sure 1.5 million can give you a house of this standard in good places presently in Nigeria. But we are telling you that with this 1.5 million, we are ready to help you achieve your dreams of relocating. You saw the video I played earlier of how China looks. We are ready to help you achieve that dream using this particular amount right now. So anyone who decides to jump on this, aside from this, you're also going to be getting a special bonus directly from me. I'm sure most of you have been seeing this book, right? The Traveler's Blueprint. We are going to be giving out this book to the first 5 people who jump on this offer tonight. We are going to release that book for you for free, the hard copy. We will deliver it to you. This book gives you all the information you need, how you can even make money when you arrive where you are going to, whether in China or wherever it is in the world, the information you need if you want to apply to relocate on your own, say for work, for study, for whatever it is. We are going to be giving this to anybody who takes this offer between tonight and tomorrow, just 5 people. These are beautiful opportunities. Now look at this value comparison, right? People spend 4 million on weddings and a lot of other things. But right now, for just 1.5 million initial deposit and 3.5 complete fee, you can easily relocate, earn global income, and change your family's future forever. If I were you, I won't wait any longer. This opportunity has been trending for a while around the world, but just came to Nigeria, right? This opportunity has been trending, but just came to Nigeria. I just saw a question on the chat box. Is the tuition and accommodation in China this 3.5 million? That particular question, I think, okay, yes. I think Ibukun, the secretary, has responded to that. It covers for visa application, accommodation, and the admission process. I still want to give Mr. Ifeanyi the slot to quickly respond to this question before we call it a wrap, and then we begin to take advantage of this opportunity. Simply go to the community. Our admin informations are there. Send a DM to us. Ask us the more questions you have. We are going to start the process for you immediately. Immediately. We have limited slots left right now. Limited slots left right now, right? Your peace of mind is 100% covered. This particular process is risk-free, legitimate, and accountable. We have a registered company. You can check us out online. Check CAC, check. We have our school move certificate with EFCC. We have all the documents to back us up legally. We have our refund policy written where both of us will sign. So if you feel you want to pay this money and you will run away, no, we have something to back up your payment to ensure that we are going to deliver. We also have a physical office here in Abuja. We have an indemnity-backed agreement. We even get to the point of rejecting applications for applicants who don't qualify because we don't take money for what won't work. That is just the truth, right? Excuse me. Now, before we proceed, I think I want Mr. Ifeanyi to quickly answer this question on the comment section. Mr. Ifeanyi, are you still there? Please, let's quickly answer this question. I think it's an important question we need to treat before we call it a day.
Okay, which of the questions, bro?
Yeah, he said, I think the question was Does this 3.5 cover for admission and what else did the person ask? Except for admission and Ibukun, please, can you read that question? Ibukun Fanoiki, are you on the call?
Okay. I think I can see it. I think I can see it.
All right, beautiful.
Yeah, you see, there's something I want us to understand about this China admission stuff.
Sorry, can you read out the question so that we can get the answer correctly?
All right, I think the question was, just a minute. Then the person was asking if the tuition and accommodation in China in this 3.5 million. Is the tuition and accommodation in China in this 3.5 million?
No. See, please let us get something straight here. The tuition you pay direct to the school, you don't pay to us. Okay. Good. So what we are talking about here is the service charge, because the scholarship itself, is a different application itself. Okay. See, we have regular schools in China that you pay heavily. We have normal admissions in China that you pay heavily. There are some programs in China that you pay up to 15 million. Yes, it's true. There are some programs in China that you pay up to 20-something million, normal school. But this one is a special scholarship program. So it's a different package altogether. So the admission process and the requirements are not the same. So the 3.5 million is talking about is the service charge. It comprises the scholarship application process and fees. It comprises of all the visa admission process. And another thing I want you to understand here, in this admission, you are not providing any document to us. In terms of visa, you're not bringing any sponsorship document. You're not bringing any proof of fund. So that proof of fund of 40 million, that proof of fund of company documents, that proof of fund of family sponsorship is on us. We'll make all those. You don't need to bother yourself by bringing a statement of account of 6 months, of 2 months, of 3 months that has 50 million, 40 million. You don't need somebody to pay money into your account that you'll be paying interest of 1 million every month. No, you don't know that. So all these things, all of them are there in that 3.5 million of service charge. So once you make that payment, the next thing you should expect from us is your visa. I don't know if I've attempted the question, bro.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for that. We have actually come to the end of this. The next thing for you to do is basically for you to book your slots. But I still don't want to leave this call without answering just 2 questions from people who are raising their hands. I know we are taking so much of your time, but we want to treat these with all diligence. So let us give room for Josiah before Queenie. Just these 2 questions and then we'll wrap it up. Remember, the offer we gave for you to pay 1.5 initial deposit out of the 3.5 is just going to last for this night and tomorrow. After this period, you are going to pay 2 million. We know what we are giving to you. We are not begging you. That's the truth. We know what we are giving to you. Like Mr. Ifeanyi said earlier, you might not get access to this type of affordable route, even in this China. But we know how we help you make this happen. I've given you the opportunity to see how you can apply yourself. So you can go through all the slides we shared. I will share the video with you. So you go through the recording again, so you can apply by yourself if you want to, and then you see if it is possible to easily get these offers we are sharing with you. You can get it. I'm not saying you can't get it, but we have gone through the stress for you. Allow us do it for you. Now, Josiah Bako, please, you can unmute your mic and ask your question before Queenie asks her question, and then we call it a wrap. Josiah Bako, are you there? Please unmute your mic. Is Josiah there? If he's not there, please, Queenie, unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, Queenie speaking.
All right.
Okay, sir, please, what is the total package for undergraduate program? How much does it cost? Please. Thank you.
All right, beautiful. That's a beautiful question. Now, this fee we told you, which is our service fee, is on the side. Now, for your tuition fee, like we told you earlier, you are not paying anything here until you get to China. You are paying to the school. So it depends on what you are getting. You could be lucky to get a scholarship. If you get a scholarship, it means you might not really pay any tuition fee. But if you don't get a full scholarship, we always advise you budget between 1.5 to 2 million or 3 million on the side for tuition in case of necessities. Do you understand? But we would advise for the whole process for you to successfully get to China and start studying, just have a budget of about 6 million, 6 to 7 million. This is not even up to the initial deposit you are making for schools in UK, Canada, or all those other countries. Do you understand? So just have this budget at the back of your mind and let us start the process for you. Remember, you are not giving the money to us. What you are just giving to us right now is 1.5 million. We start, you get your visa, pay your balance, you travel. When you get there, you get your admission letter before you travel. So you see whether it is a scholarship or you are going to be paying for that. I don't know if that answers your question. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
All right, beautiful. Thank you so much. Josiah, are you available now to ask your question?
Yes, I'm available now.
All right, please go ahead with your question.
Okay. I would like to know what is covered in this package, because I have an MBA in project management, and I would like to go for either a master's in logistics and supply chain management, or construction, or a master's in construction management.
All right.
But age is probably not on my side. I'm 52.
All right, good. I think, Mr. Ifeanyi, please quickly answer that question. I will just take Sandra. Sandra has been raising her hand from the beginning. Please, we'll just take her and then we'll wrap it up. All right, please, Mr. Ifeanyi, answer that question. We take Sandra and that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Bako, the challenge you may have is your age. But what we'll do is maybe send us your certificate by tomorrow. Send it to Jay. Then let's do a kind of age assessment for you, because we say that the short bet is 45 down, but you are 50 plus. But let's just see, when we get a school that can accept you on that age, then we'll let you know. But I think you can get. But let's just do the assessment first. Let's do the assessment, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Josiah. I'm sure you're on the community, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, beautiful. So send us a message there. Send the message to the admin, either the first number, second, or third. We'll give you a response. Send your documents, and then we'll respond to you. Madam Sandra, please unmute your mic and then shoot your question. Thank you. Sandra, are you there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Good evening, Jay.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Some of us ask question about third class, if they can get a direct master's admission.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Mr. Ifeanyi, please, can you quickly answer that?
Yeah, third class may not really, just only few schools. You see, you know that most of the things, there are some conditions that are universal when it comes to education. Because you yourself, you know that even in Nigeria here, if you have a third class, in most of the schools, you can't get a direct master's. You must go through PGD. You know? So that's the standard. So if you have a third class, you can also go through PGD. It's not every school that will accept, though there are some schools that will. Okay? The only thing is that the third class will reduce, it will limit the number of schools that you can have access to, but you can get.
All right, thank you so much for that response. In addition to that, we actually have a way to guide you on how you can get a top-up program, right, to help you boost your result and then use it to apply for MSc. I think that's a topic for another day. You could send us a message and then we'll guide you accordingly. I think we have come to the end of this particular webinar. Before I wrap it up, I still want to make you understand the need why you should take advantage of this opportunity we have given to you. with just 1.5 million naira tonight or tomorrow, you can start your own application. September intake is fast closing, and that is the truth. The timeline you have for your visa application is also very short. It is advisable you start today so that by the time we start your processing, before you know it, we are done with it and you are packing your bags to leave. Remember, once you start this process, this is an assurance I'm giving you. You can take it to the bank, you can take it to anywhere. Once you start this process, on the spot, start packing your bag because you will definitely travel. The visa rate is 99.9% assured. If China won't give you visa, they would refund your money 100%, and it is in rare occasions. Thank you so much for coming on board. It was a beautiful time. Thank you, Mr. Ifeanyi. Thank you, everyone who joined the session from beginning to the end. Akanu Oko Osondu. And let me mention some few names. Alex, Anietie. I might not be able to mention all the names on the call tonight, but that notwithstanding, I really appreciate your presence. Thank you so very much for being on this call. It was nice having you. Let me just have a few words from one or two persons before we end the meeting. Just a word of appreciation. If you enjoyed this meeting so far, please just unmute your mic and let me know before we end the session. Thank you.
I really enjoyed this. This Michael Sola. This is very good.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael.
Thank you so much.
You can send us a
Thank you
DM
so
immediately.
much,
Let's get started. Thank you
Mr.
so much.
John.
We cannot wait to
So
work
much.
with
We
you. Thank you
appreciate.
so much. We appreciate. Thank you,
I
everyone,
actually
for joining the
enjoyed the
session.
night
I really
as
enjoyed
well.
it.
Mr.
Though I
John,
didn't
this
ask
is
Thank
my
you.
Winnie.
questions,
Thank
but
you
I
so
asked
much.
you privately.
Thank you so very much. If you have questions, you can still ask us privately. We will respond to your questions. All right. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
So much. Thank you. Thank you.